So what could be in store for Tuesday's showdown? Well, right here on NewsNation Prime, we're doing our own quick mock debate between the parties, hearing both perspectives and likely arguments. So standing in tonight for JD Vance, we have the president of Faith Wins and former South Carolina GOP chairman Chad Connelly. And then standing in for Tim Walz is former U.S. assistant attorney under Ronald Reagan and Democratic strategist David Katz. We're also bringing in Niall Stanage from thehill.com to help me moderate all of this. So thank you all for being here. I know I have a couple questions. Niall does as well. Chad, we start with you. So Vance has been in hot water for his comments about childless cat ladies. How does the campaign reach out to female voters when it is busy playing defense?
Well, Natasha, good to see you tonight, and happy to be here. I don't think it has to work very hard because the economy is so bad that all Americans, all taxpaying Americans know that we're in trouble. Our economy's not good. In fact, Governor Walz said on TV the other day, we can't have 4 more years of this. And they're the ones who've created this. This is a Democratic mess. You know, my point is, I think that Americans ought to look at Governor Walz and see 3 reasons he's not qualified to be vice president and run an administration. Number 1 is that lie about serving in combat. I'm a military person too, but I'm careful to say I never had to be shot at. Number 2, Tim Walz had an opportunity to shut down all the violence and the rioting in Minneapolis. If you saw that congressional testimony from that female police officer, she was heartbroken that Governor Walz gave issued a standard from the highest seat in the government in Minnesota to stand down and let them take the precinct. That led to all the rioting all over America.
Chad, I want to jump in quickly because you're doing something very well that I expect these candidates will do on Tuesday, which is talking about an entirely different point and flipping the script. But can I just refocus us very quickly? Does Vance have a problem with women voters?
No, because they're paying bills too. You know, let's face it, people are hurting out there. I was in my church today, and look, this is the 3rd thing that Walz and Harris have failed at. Show some leadership. Get down to Western North Carolina that's been destroyed. I talked to 3 different ministries today that are getting supplies, having to be helicoptered in because the area's been destroyed. So he didn't have a problem because the reality is Americans are hurting, and the Harris-Biden administration is doing nothing except having more of the same as their solutions. Americans are having...
So Chad, I hear it comes down to the economy for you. Let's stay with that. David, over to you. The economy obviously top of mind for voters. We know that during his time as governor of Minnesota had one of the highest income tax rates in the country, nearly 10% for individuals making more than $164,000. So with inflation impacting every single American, you know, does this Walz track record give Americans pause that the Harris-Walz ticket will raise their taxes?
Well, you know, Natasha, Niall's great to be with you. I'd love to have patriotic symbols behind me, but I'm actually on a staircase right now during a Kamala Harris rally here in Los Angeles. It's so raucous. There's such overwhelming support for her. I think I found the only quiet place in the building on this stairwell. So it's great to be with both of you. And as to the economy is getting better. We have an economy, yes, prices were up because there was huge demand after the pandemic. Anyone who would have been president then would have had inflation. But we have inflation that's coming down. We have prices that are coming down. We're the envy of Europe, the stability of our economy. The stock market is up. All the people with pensions can give praise to Kamala Harris and Joe Biden that their pension funds are up and the economy is secure. We're doing very well in this country. And this idea that, you know, we have some kind of like looming recession and Trump is running on it. He wants to run on this like he did like he did before, but he doesn't have it. The facts are not with him right now. The facts are against him. And I think that Vance has a huge problem with women. And I think that the swing voters, the suburban voters, women who care about women having the right to their own bodies, not having the government tell them what to do, will swing this election. And I think actually Kamala Harris is going to win in a romp.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.